What's going on, guys and girls? Shay Andy, Ecoms Genie, back with another video. And today we're going to be discussing one of the most overlooked and important aspects of dropshipping in general. And that is, how do you master running Facebook ad creatives? That is, what actually goes into making a winning creative? Because at the end of the day, with the recent changes, well, not so recent anymore, but the changes in Apple iOS 14 update, this actually allows creative to become the leading factor in brands' success or failure on advertising on Facebook and Instagram. So, to ensure that your brand thrives and you're not just another broke dropshipper, you want to focus on what I'm about to tell you here. So let's dive right into it. So, you need to develop a creative strategy. That means understanding who you're marketing to, understanding your competitive landscape, and analyzing the opportunities and threats. So, in this strategy, there's three factors to it. Number one, understanding who you're marketing to, understanding your audience, defining who your core audience is, and any concerning questions that they may have in terms of their preferences, in terms of their pain points, and also in terms of how they like to engage with content on social media. This can be anything from, do they prefer product demonstration videos, or do they prefer UGC? Do they prefer, short style, funny type of reels as opposed to a traditional ad? Who's your demographic, and understanding their pain points is crucial to the strategy. Number two, develop a testing strategy. You want to develop a plan to test out different elements whilst running Facebook ads. That is, different creatives, different formats, different messaging, and see what actually works and resonates best with your specific target audience. But always be prepared to iterate based on results. So if something isn't working, kill it off. And whatever is working, keep running it. Number three, analyze and optimize. Like I said, you want to continuously review your ad performance and the key metrics. In other words, your KPIs, your cost per click, your CTR, your CPM, your frequency, your reach, your hook rates, your ROAS, your add to carts, all of the relevant metrics that you need to be monitoring, you need to be keeping a keen eye on a daily basis. And like I said, based on these metrics, it's going to give you an indication of whether this particular ad style and creative is resonating with your target audience and you should let it run, or if it's not, kill it off. Now, moving forward, you need to focus on native creative. What does that mean? To stand out in the Instagram and Facebook feeds, your ads need to feel like they belong there. So you need to ditch the heavily branded, portfolio worthy ads in terms of in favor of the ugly creative. In other words, this could be due to TikTok. People are used to seeing native creative a lot more due to the adoption and the rise of TikTok. And it should feel organic, it should feel like something your audience is used to seeing. This could be like meme style ads, ask me anything formats, UGC, or user generated content, or even just simple screenshots with overlays. So the key here is really just to focus on ads that feel authentic to the user and engaging rather than just, promotional. So like I said, there's four styles. One is meme style, two is ask me anything, three is UGC, and four is simple screenshots. These are four different types of formats that you can use to test and figure out what works best for your target audience. Now, what is the mastering the direct of what does mastering direct response mean? It means that you need to focus on five socio-psychological principles in direct response marketing, and that is urgency, scarcity, social proof, benefit-driven messaging, and relevancy. So starting with urgency, this means that you want to create a limited time offer, new releases, exclusivity, and prompt the viewer to take action immediately, right? You don't want it to make it seem like this offer is going to be here forever. Rather, you want to introduce an element of, a time limit, like this deal is only going to last for 24 hours, something like that. Number two, scarcity. You want to emphasize limited availability or exclusivity in the offer that you're running, right? So tap into the fear of missing out. Three is social proof. This is like using customer testimonials, reviews, building more trust and credibility. People like to buy from people at the end of the day. And if they see that other people are resonating with your brand and, speaking volumes about the good work that you're doing and the good service that your product provides, it's going to show that they can find value in that as well. Number four, benefits driven messaging. So focus on highlighting the benefits and advantages of your product, not just the features. People don't really care about the features at the end of the day. What they want to know is, how does this benefit my life? So focus on that in your marketing messaging. And lastly, it's going to be relevancy. So making sure that you're targeting the right audience with the right message to maximize your engagement and your conversions. And this is why constant iteration and constant refining of your ad strategy is crucial. You want to take what works and keep it running, and whatever doesn't work, like I said, kill it off. Now, these are the metrics that you need to be focusing on: your video metrics, your general metrics, and then also continuous optimization. So, your general metrics come down to your key performance indicators like CPM, which is cost per mil or cost per thousand impressions, CPC, which is cost per click, CTR, which is click through rate, CVR is your conversion rate, CAC or CPA is your cost per acquisition, and ROAS is your return on ad spend. And your KPIs should always be in a specific range. I'm not going to say exactly what it should be because it'll vary based on what product you're running. But generally, you want to aim for cost per click of less than $1, CPM less than $10, conversion rate between 2 to 5%. These are generally industry standard metrics for e-commerce. Video metrics, so things like hold rate, completion rate, thumb stop rate, hook rate. These metrics gauge how much of the video does that your audience that you're serving that ad to actually watch. Is it 3 seconds? Is it 15 seconds? Is it the whole video? Obviously, this is going to be a sliding scale, so less people will actually go ahead and complete the entire video. But generally, you want to make sure that you're hooking people within the first 3 to 15 seconds and retaining them throughout the video. Again, it comes down to telling a story or just being authentic in your ad. So attention with the hook, interest by relating to their pain points, D, creating desire for what their problem or the pain point that they're facing. You're offering a solution to that, and then A is going to be making them take action with a good call to action at the end. And then again, like I said, you always want to focus on what's working. So whatever is not working, you need to see, okay, this ad, most ads that you run actually won't be profitable, to be honest with you. But that's why it's important to test and to figure out, the exact messaging format, the exact elements, the exact style. And that way you can optimize and make data-driven decisions and refine your creative strategy over time. Lastly, there's 3 different types of format you can focus on with Facebook ads. Each has its unique strengths, but for videos, you want to use, sound, text, visuals to create a compelling story and drive action. Like I said, attention, interest, desire, action for all video ads. For static images, these things still are run these days, but you want to use text overlays to highlight key benefits and call to actions in a visually striking way. So when people are scrolling through, they may see like a bold, text format and actually go ahead and, read whatever you have written on your copy. And then lastly is going to be optimizing your format. So tailor your creatives for the unique strengths of each and, maximize the engagement and performance by tailoring it. So with static images, what you could do is like a carousel. Each point in the carousel should end with like a cliffhanger in a sense. You want people to keep scrolling. You want people to buy into whatever the story is that you're selling. And with video ads, like I said, make sure that it's visually appealing. It's got a beautiful trending sound. It has UGC elements to it, so people know you're not just selling a product, but there's actually value and benefits to the end user, and actually compel them to take action. And lastly is going to be earn the click. So in today's modern era of social media, there's so much of content being produced daily. There's so many videos out that people's attention span is really, really short. So you need to work twice or even 3 times as hard to capture and hold your audience's attention. For static images, you need visually striking content that stops the scroll and compels your user to click. And for video ads, you need to develop a story arc, right? So it takes viewers from awareness to action and honestly to, earning the click through a series of earned views. So you focus on hooking them within the first 3 seconds, keeping them engaged for 5 to 10 seconds, and then driving them to convert with a clear call to action. And the hook is within the first 3 seconds. The body is where you build on the story, and the call to action is where you prompt your viewers to actually go ahead and take action. And you need to test relentlessly. At the end of the day, you need to test different visuals, see what resonates best, different copy, different types of value propositions, different pain points, different direct response tactics, urgency, relevancy, scarcity, social proof, all of these things. And you need to see what works best. Is it images? Is it videos? Is it carousel? And you always want to challenge your assumptions, test different elements, and always be prepared to iterate based on the results. So don't leave any stone unturned. But other than that, if you follow these direct response marketing principles in your Facebook ad creative, you should be well prepared and well equipped to finding the best messaging, the best copy, the best image, and the best video that resonates with your target audience that ultimately allows you to scale profitably in dropshipping. So if you found this video helpful, like and comment. And other than that, peace out. I'll see you in the next video.